Hey everybody, Logan here. Today, well, the embargo has lifted for reviews, and that is for Dead Island 2 Day 1 Edition for PS5. That's the one I got it on. It is on PS4, Xbox XS as well. I was able to pick myself up a copy, and I decided, hey, once this review embargo lifts, I'm going to do it. Now, this wasn't supplied to me because review copies were supplied to certain outlets by a digital code. Me, I just happened to pick it up early. I got lucky. So I have been playing this game. I played it for about 3 days now. And if you compare it to what we've seen in the past, Dead Island 2 is much, much better. I think it's significantly worth the wait. Now, the footage you're going to see here, I've captured. No spoiler, it's from one section of the game, simply just to give you an idea of how it looks and plays on the PlayStation 5. There's no, like I said, no story spoilers, nothing about content. You're going to see the opening menu. You're going to see a couple of things there. You're going to see the character I choose. Now, this game has a total of, I think it was 6 characters to choose from, but it has a number of different types of characters. If you're one of those people that likes to have a character that looks like you, trust me, this is one of those games. You'll find it. They definitely went out of their way and made sure everybody looked different. But that's not a factor in the game. This game takes place in Hollywood. I wouldn't call it fictional because I wouldn't call it fictional. Maybe zombies are fictional. Sort of. Are they? No? That's a story for another video. So, this is called LA, is what they're calling it. See you in LA is what the box reads. A deadly virus is spreading across Los Angeles, turning its inhabitants into zombies, bitten, but more than just immune. Uncover the truth behind the outbreak. Survive, evolve, and become the ultimate zombie slayer. That's on the back of the box. That is the game description. I'm not going to explain that. Why? Because I don't want to give you a spoiler. I like the opening twist. I think it is pretty cool. So I'm going to leave you guys to experience that yourself. The story is pretty straightforward. It's any zombie flick or any zombie game you've ever played. Now, I do like the fact that you do have the option to create your own weapons. It kind of feels like they took the base of Dead Island and really expanded on it. I played the original Dead Island, I think, back in 2011, if I'm not mistaken, and that's been quite some time since a direct sequel. There was a second Dead Island game. I forget what it was called. I had my notes here, and now I can't seem to find them. But there was a second Dead Island game, and then there was a remaster, if you will, for Xbox One and PS4. But now with a full-blown sequel, Dead Island 2, you can really wreak havoc. The last one took place in an island called Benoi, which was very much like Hawaii. If I'm not mistaken, it was Hawaii. Yeah, and well, Benoi is the name of references from the previous game. Now, in this game, if you do get the Day 1 edition, they give you the Benoi back. They give you 2 of them to be precise. And now, if you guys are wondering, there is a Day 1 update of 752 megabytes, almost a gig. Nothing too large, nothing too out of this world. So that does pop in as soon as you update the game, and then it now has your online stats, your online tracks, as you see in the menu during this gameplay video. Visually, this game looks great. I want to say I don't feel like it runs at 60 frames. I don't have a tracker, but it looks like it runs around 30 frames a second. I'll wait for the Digital Foundry video to cover the technical aspects. I'm not a technical guy when it comes to statistics like that. But That out of the way, the gameplay is smooth. The controls are fluid. I do enjoy the weapon crafting system, the weapon upgrade system. You do get to upgrade your weapons. At first, they break like there's no tomorrow with that Breath of the Wild feel. But if my memory serves me correctly, as they did in 1 in Dead Island, the original. But this time you can upgrade, enhance, add all kinds of crazy things, just like Dead Rising gives me that Dead Rising feel. So I think this game is definitely worth the upgrade. Is it worth the money? Now, it is a $70 game. That is the only thing. If you don't want to pay $70, you might want to wait for it. But that being said, I feel that it's worth it. The hours that I've put into it so far have been extremely enjoyable. The gore is over the top. Now, one thing that you will not see too much of in this video is the excess gore. Why did I decide to do that? Because of YouTube. So I will say it is extremely gory. There are parts where you'll see limbs and jaws and body parts detach and just fling off. You might see a very little of it in this video, but nothing over the top. The gameplay here is going to be simple in terms of movement, speed, visuals. It is fantastic. I'm really enjoying the game. I enjoy the gameplay. I enjoy just the setup and the feel of it. Now, if you're playing the PlayStation 5 over the Xbox versions, I don't feel a big difference in terms of haptics for the PlayStation DualSense. It feels just like regular haptics that you would have, or rumble feature, if you will, that you'd have in a standard PS4 or Xbox Series or Xbox One controller. But gameplay, fantastic. I'm trying not to put anything in this review that will give you a spoiler. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. But if you're asking me whether or not this game is worth it, I think so. If you like a good zombie romp, yes. If you like something where you're going through what looks like modern day LA, Hollywood, looks like you're there. You never know. You weren't actually going through Hollywood. Okay. Good night, everybody. No, but the gameplay is like the gore. I do like the multiple weapons. I do like the different styles. I do like the weapon combination. Now, there are some things that you could do which you wouldn't expect. Like you could take a car battery out of a car and put it into a generator and then set up traps. So you do have that to trap zombies. Now, the zombies do hit pretty hard at low levels. So you want to bob and weave, duck and move. You want to hit and jump back and then charge your weapon. If you hold the attack button, you can charge the hit, do a stronger hit. Your weapons along the weapon wheel, if you're holding the triangle button or the Y button, depending on what console you're playing it on, you can pull up a weapon wheel and then assign different weapons to the weapon wheel. You have multiple slots to change in and out. So that's always a fun thing. It's very quick, right at your fingertips. Now, you can, well, depending on how far you go, you can have, when you start, up to 5 med kits, and you can store them on you. And then, of course, you're injecting yourself, just like every zombie game, with some kind of stimulant of some sort, picking up a zombie med kit. You do have other options such as energy drinks. They're all over the place. So they look more like what's that one? Oh, I forget what it's called. A Full Throttle. They remind me of Full Throttle or Rain. There you go. Yeah, they could be monsters. Who knows? They could be monsters. You have protein bars and other things that you can pick up, but they're mainly those things. And then you can pick up scraps of cloth and stuff like that to upgrade weapons and add them together and use them as adhesive, stuff like that, to combine weapons. And what it's an enjoyable game. I do like adding the deeper aspects and just picking up random things you find, beating a zombie, toss it aside, pick up something else, beat up zombies, toss it aside, pick up something else, beat up. It adds a bit of a depth to it, which is rather enjoyable. With that being said, without spoiling anything else, you do upgrade. do level up. There are RPG aspects to it, and I think the game is quite enjoyable. You have a map function, inventory, you have a quest list, so you know your main quest and your side quest. You have skills in which you can upgrade, and there's challenges and collectibles to pick up along the way. So those are always cool things uh, to have to add into the gameplay experience. Like I said, this does add RPG elements to it, but it feels more like a first person hack and slash, first person beat 'em up, if you will, because you can use your fists. So as you go on, you pick up all kinds of different weapons of all sorts. You can get guns and crazy abilities, just over the top gameplay. It's definitely worth it in my opinion. But on any game, you don't have to take my word for it. Play it yourself. But here was a little bit of gameplay. Here was my thoughts and opinions for it. Again, I've played the PlayStation 5 version. So it is available on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, S. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. Hopefully this helped. Remember to turn on notifications so you know when we go live, whether it's random stream nights or ready to start podcasts. This week we will have a fantastic SJ drunk 3PO from Geeks and Gamers. If you want to go back and watch last week's, we had RGT 5, and we will have more awesome guests coming. Make sure, again, you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications. Like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again.